Just when you figured the green-shelled sewer dwellers had been turned into turtle soup, they've bounced back bigger and, by all reports, better than ever before. As we all know...
Since Spacies.
G'day invaders, welcome to Since Spacies, and everyone over on my new YouTube channel, g'day and welcome to the very first video. This is the first video to feature on Since Spacies 2, which is a new channel that will be just featuring the playbacks, the recordings from here on Twitch, because Twitch doesn't keep those recordings. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to download them and bring them over to YouTube, because a few people would probably be interested in watching those. Oh, hang on. There we go, had to stop that. Sorry I was a little late with the countdown area as well, because as I was waiting for the video to be ready, the stream to be starting, yeah, I got hit by a bot. So I had to block that and take care of that on the fly. So sorry about that. That was the reason why I had a little late start. Also, had a little bit of a mishap when trying to get this stream up and running. My mouse for some reason wouldn't work. I tried another mouse. That didn't work. So I figured it's nothing to do with the mouse. It must be something to do with the system. So I just shut it down and started it again. Sorry about that. Bit of housekeeping. Not only today will we be starting up a yet to be set up YouTube channel. I still haven't set it up yet. It's probably just going to be called Since Spacies 2 or something along those lines. Something else I'll be starting here today is my little book of good eggs. Now this book will be featuring anyone that donates $100 or $100. I do apologize. $1 or more. I'm not that greedy. $1 or more, or anyone that donates 100 bits or more. So yeah, oof indeed. So if you donate to the stream and it's either 100 bits or more or $1 or more, your name goes into the little book of good eggs, and at the end of the month I will give away maybe one, maybe two, depends on my mood, maybe 3 bits of merchandise. And the merchandise will probably include something along the lines of this, which is a notebook. Has nothing in this one yet. That's available on sincespacies.com/merch. It could be a hoodie, could be a cup. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to look at that at the end of the month. It depends on how well I went for the month on the channel. So Game Boy Bryant, glad you're in on the chat. It's been a while. We're just going to go straight over. Oh, I do have some housekeeping. So this is what I was trying to do when, 20 minutes ago or so, I was trying to get my first attempt at the stream going. Let's go over to my, didn't mean to shake the camera. Let's go over to the desktop. All right, so that's what I look at while I'm streaming. Now, I'm not going to be able to see the chat for a second, so please bear with me. Yes, that's my desktop. Okay. We had Top Loader do his weekly Follow Friday video, and I replied with a picture of my GameCube. This is a GameCube that I picked up when I was in Japan, and it is a bargain. There's no other way to put it. 5,000 yen, which is about 50 bucks Australian or more, 60 bucks. And it was in as new, like it had not been used. He replies with this. Now I don't know, I hope you can get the audio. Let's just play this.
Spacies, when I'm 25, can I please have your silver GameCube? Please.
So I don't know if you caught that, but basically, I'll go back to the chat. So what we've got there is Todd's kid, Ben, asking me if I will give him my GameCube when he's 25. What a strange request. What a strange request. I will be 63 years old. I will probably still be gaming. And I will probably still be not wanting to give away my GameCube. Ben, you don't just go asking. That's just, yeah, shameful. Shameful behavior. Look, when you're 25, we'll meet up. You're going to buy me a beer and then we'll talk about it when you're older and bigger and hairy. Okay? But right now, the answer is no at the moment. How rude. So all I've got to say to you, Ben, is shut up. Yeah, sorry, you're not getting my GameCube. What else? There was something else that I needed to take care of, I think. Oh, yes, something that I saw over on Xbox. Let's go head over there. Where is my... All right. Oh, it's working. Thank God for that. All right. So I saw on the homepage, sorry, not on the homepage, the Game Pass page, Craftopia. Great name, guys. Looks like Craptopia. Oh, look, I'm not here to bag out and rubbish games, but I'll play the video. You guys just judge for yourself. Here we go. I'm just going to shut up for a sec and you can watch this. God damn it. What? Right now. All right. Okay. I've had enough. Can anyone give me a count of how many games they ripped off in one small video? We had the most obvious one is Breath of the Wild. There's no getting away from that. Breath of the Wild is the main source of their just I don't know. I counted at least 4 or 5 different references to games that I believe that they've been inspired by, we'll call it. So you had Breath of the Wild. You had... Can we get this open in a video? Like, no. All right. We'll have to make do with that. 10 or more. There was Minecraft. That's the obvious one. Harvest Moon. I saw Fortnite in there with the building, and but I think for me, even if they didn't rip off any of those other games, which they did, even if they didn't rip off any of those other games, the fact that even their title screen, the actual font looks Breath of the Wildish. Like, who is this company? Pocket Pair Incorporate. Craftopia is the brand new multiplayer survival game made in Japan. Japan? Okay. We combine many features we find enjoyable in other games, such as hunting, farming, hack and slash, building, automation to develop this game. All right. Anyway, I just thought, yeah, they could get sued big time. There was a buggy and a rocket in this, and I was just so confused. No, I'm not installing that. I don't know whether I like it or not. That's the problem. It looks like if you were a parent and your kid wanted Breath of the Wild, but you didn't have a Switch. Why you would have a kid and not have a Switch is beyond me. But it's just a fantastic example of the audacity that these companies have of not giving one crap about intellectual property. It's just unbelievable. All right, anyway, that's me ranting. I'm going to go back into the reason why we're here, and that is for Lost Judgment. Let's get into this. I'm all for companies borrowing ideas of each other. It doesn't bother me. But you got to do it in a tactful manner. Come on. Here's a little did you know fact. This is how much Nintendo actually considers, like, it's not like Nintendo don't rip off other companies. They do sometimes. But they don't do it in a way that is really that obvious. I would really be finding it hard to get an example of a game that they just flat out ripped off. But when they made Mario 64, they were worried that they were going to get sued by Sega. Do you know why? Anyone got any ideas? There was a patent that Sega had that Nintendo were worried about because they thought they might have been infringing on it. Can anyone guess what that would be? Let's get straight back into this. All right, we're on the rooftop by ourselves. We've got to look for Sawa Sensei. By the way, if you do it almost the exact same way the game you got inspired by, it's called a ripoff. Yeah, I totally agree. But okay, so back to Mario 64. That sucks how you can't hear the train. That's an attention to detail missed in this game. Everything else, the graphics is on point. Looks awesome. Okay, so the Mario 64 problem that they had with Sega was that when you move the camera around, they thought that there was a patent that Sega had from virtual racing, where the camera moves in and out to change views. They thought that Sega were going to come back and sue them for that use of that camera angle change in Mario. And I think Sega just looked at it and went, no, that's not exactly the same thing as what we're trying to protect. Because Sega were only interested in the racing the game changing camera view, which you still don't see to this day, by the way. They don't own the patent anymore. But when you play virtual racing and you change from the 4 different camera angles, you go from one to the other, it will pan in and out between the different angles. Sega owned that technology. That was an idea that they had. They own it. I think it's expired by now. But even to this day, when you're playing racing games, they just, when you change the view, it just goes straight to the different view. It doesn't gently ease in. But anyway, so if Nintendo were worried that the Sega interpretation of their patent would be, even if you were to change the camera angle like this, that's something that Sega would be wanting to protect. But to Sega's defense, they weren't that finicky with their patents. They didn't say that, no, we own the right of camera angles and changing camera angles. That wasn't what they were about. Anyway, let's get into this game. So, if you haven't been catching up on the story, this is kind of like 21 Jump Street. And what I mean by that is, in 21 Jump Street, they pretend to be students, and they try to infiltrate gangs and make arrests and that sort of thing. In this one, though, it's not. They're trying to be teachers. Sorry, they're trying to be students. They're trying to be teachers instead this time around. Is it fourth floor? Is this a Yakuza spin-off? Is it? Yes, it is. It's Yakuza. But they don't call it Yakuza. So they usually tell you what level you got to get on to progress. Here we go.